Because we got Gary Chapman, singer-songwriter, all the way from Nashville, Tennessee, up early and tuning in. Good morning, Gary. How are you?
Good morning. Good morning. I have learned so much already just listening in.
I'm telling you, man,
It's a virtual gold mine of life-changing information. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
I found out from Pat that if I had money, I'd be happy.
That's all it takes. Yeah. Yeah. Money.
That's it. Good grief. All this time I've been looking at all these other places. Okay. That's good to know.
We've talked about this
I
before,
have
though.
To tell you, your whole thinking process is the same as Harry's.
Is whose?
Harry Vaughn.
Harry's. You know that my liberal sidekick.
That hurts a little bit.
I know. I'm glad. I got in the first blow this morning.
Nice touch. It's your last.
Okay.
So, the whole thing about money buying happiness is just so totally ludicrous. It's completely stupid. I know so many stupid, rich, very miserable people. It does not do it, brother.
Yep, that's what a rich person says. That's what a rich person says, Gary.
Thanks, Baggy.
No, dude, that's what a guy that used to be rich and lost everything says. Now I actually know.
Right. Well, that's the thing.
Now I actually know.
Was it Johnny Cash that said, having money, the only thing it solves is the problem of not having to worry about money, but everything else is still there, pretty much.
Of course it is. But you know what? Most people, when they get a lot of money, you know what they want more than anything?
A bass boat.
Nope. Well, kind of. More money.
Yeah, you're right.
More money. Once you go down the more road, there's no end to that sucker. And the reality is happiness is not the goal. There is a giant difference between happiness and, wait for it, joy.
Right.
And true joy doesn't come from anything except a relationship with God. It doesn't.
I'm with you on that.
And that is not a political statement. That is a true statement.
Yeah. Of course, Pat wouldn't understand that because he's a Lutheran. Lutheran?
I think the Luciferian, I think they call him.
Something like that. I know Harry was mad at me, said I judged him just by his political views only. You can tell a lot from somebody on their political views. Do you not think so? I mean, honestly?
Well, it'll give you a little roadmap to find the truth. It may not be all their truth, but yeah, many times it'll point you in a good direction.
Yeah. Kind of like, because that's why I always ask you, Democrat or Republican, because I know right off the get-go where I'm going. I'm either going to hang around or I'm out of here. But I'm changing my stance a little bit on this AR-15 thing. I've kind of, they're talking about no one needs an AR-15, and I'm kind of with them on that now. I'm seeing the light a little bit. We actually need 2, 3, maybe 4.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I was going to say one is not enough, unless you've got somebody to load clips all the time.
There you go. I'm with you, man. It ain't a looking good. It ain't a looking good. Pat, you all right, son?
I'm good.
Well, that works. All right, well, let's jump to a quick break. We got a lot to cover. We're going to get this is where the spin stops here. Can we say that? The spin stops here? Who said that? Who did this?
Yeah,
Bill,
who cares? It doesn't matter anymore.
Bill O'Reilly.
Oh, okay.
Oh, good grief. What a nerd.
All right, we want to thank Grayland Leak Detection. Y'all hang on. Go to singer-songwriter Gary Chapman on Facebook, Gary Chapman, singer-songwriter. Give him a thumbs up, give him a like, and pay attention to what's going on his page. And he can keep you straightened out on a lot of stuff going on. That being said, we'll be right back.
And now with more news for Western North Carolina and North Georgia, I'm Jeff Batten. With a couple of months still to go, sales tax collections for Towns County's prime season are slightly behind this time last year. From April through July, the totals on the SPLOST tax collected in 2024 are a little bit less than those collected in the same 4-month period from last year. That's after Towns enjoyed a 10% collection increase from 2022 to 2023. That may not be a reflection on the local economy. It could mean the prices of hamburgers and hammers have stabilized after the runaway national inflation of 2021 and 2022. Either way, Commissioner Cliff Bradshaw is looking cautiously at the next budget.
Tighten up and keep everything, and we're going to continue to do that as long as we can, but it is tough on families out there, and it's tough on city and county governments, there's no doubt.
A fraud investigator in the Union County Sheriff's Office says a local person recently lost $60,000 in a PayPal scam. Bob Calamari tells WJRB that the scam is pretty straightforward. You get an email asking if you meant to buy that $600 computer. Well, of course you didn't, so you call the 800 number to complain, and then mayhem ensues.
They call the number. You can hear the keyboard tapping. Camera says, "Oh, I made a mistake. I put 60,000 in your account rather than the 600."
So if you see a PayPal embedded email that looks odd, report it to the sheriff's office. For Pat Malone and Harry Bond, I'm Jeff Batten. You hear it, and you can't find it. No, not your phone. We're talking about the leak near your spigot or somewhere else in the yard. Meanwhile, your $50 water bill is now $500. Grayland Leak Detection will find the leak. Grayland has the specialized equipment to find it and make the necessary repairs at a fraction of the cost of replacing your whole water system. Call Eric locally at Grayland, 706-897-9110, 706-897-9110, and find that leak once and for all.
You lay on it. You jump off it. You set sail from it. Your dock makes you happy. And Shores & More in Blairsville wants to make sure it brings you happiness for years. Search Shores & More on the internet to learn about new aluminum construction, boat lifts, jet ski ports, and more. Shores & More makes dock owning even better on Notley, Chatoog, and Blue Ridge. Yes, docks improve value, but they're also a ton of fun. So let's get started with Shores & More on the Murphy Highway.
Whether you need a cart to ride around the campground, a neighborhood cruiser, or a utility vehicle for the yard, North Georgia Golf Carts has you covered. Our family-owned company of almost 20 years offers a full-service department for all major brands, a complete line of parts and accessories, pickup and delivery service, and a friendly, knowledgeable staff. North Georgia Golf Carts is here to make your life easier. Call 706-896-8835 or stop by at 3850 Highway 76. Here at North Georgia Golf Carts, our aim is to keep you rolling.
Shop local at Eller & Owens Furniture and Mattress. The Eller & Owens family knows you have a dream for your home and for the generations that gather. We are 4 generations, serving our clients with integrity and exceptional service. Shop to make your vision for your home come to life and let us help. You'll find personal service, countless custom options, and unique looks. Buy more, save more every day with Eller & Owens Furniture and Mattress. Furniture for your life, for your generations.
Young Harris Water Sports and RV, now offering new RVs and boats from top brands like Grand Design, Rockwood, Cedar Creek, Godfrey Pontoons, Hurricane Deck Boats, Monterey Bowriders, Robalo Center Consoles, and more. Now offering a closeout sale on all 2023 boats and RVs. Young Harris Water Sports and RV has the largest service center and parts and accessories selection in the area, so there's no reason to leave the mountains. Young Harris Water Sports and RV, located at 3676 Highway 76 or online at yhmarineandrv.com. Let's go!
I'm Stephen Phillips, owner of Benny Sanitation in Hiawassee. One thing I can't stand is a mess. I've always been that way. When I was in kindergarten, I didn't build with blocks. I just wanted to put them in a bag and throw them in the dumpster. In fact, I did that all 4 years I was there. So now I'm the best garbage man in the area. I take your bags away, your big items you can't haul yourself, make your curbs look really nice. So call Benny Sanitations for your residential trash pickup. Best trash collection service or double your garbage back. 706-896-2573.
I just heard the screams down at your mailbox, and I know why. Your water bill is 8 times what it was last month. I bet it's a leak. Call Grayland Leak Detection at 706-897-9110. Get the water bill under control when you call Grayland Leak Detection and Plumbing Services.
All righty, we're back with you, and we talked a little bit about this yesterday, the interview between the real Donald Trump and Elon Musk, and as of noon yesterday, 25 million ex-users listened to the interview from start to finish, according to their statistics that they keep up with. A total number of impressions, that's the people that was actually reached that thumbed through it, was 2.9 billion and growing, and over 9.6 million posts related to the interview were generated. 9.6 million. I think that's huge.
It's kind of beyond huge. That's historic.
And then I know that Kamala Harris, or Heels Up Harris, or whatever they call her now, she is trying her best to get some of these influencers, and they're actually coming out now on X and different platforms saying they've offered us so much money to do an interview with her or talk about her. So if y'all need to be listening up, because if you see a lot of influencers out there that's promoting Kamala Harris, that they're actually getting paid for this, and I don't think Elon was paid for this at all.
No, not at all. So you may have overlooked the new name that I came up with for her.
Yeah, you sent it to me. What is
Kamala Obama?
go?
Kamala Obama. Yes.
So you're
Good one.
okay. We're talking about who is the president right now? We were about to go into nuclear.
I just told you. It's Kamala Obama.
We're fixing to go into
No.
nuclear war, man. I mean, and he's on the beach somewhere, drinking pina coladas, and nobody knows where she's at.
Where are we going to war?
Yeah, right here.
Well,
Where?
first of all, he's not drinking pina coladas, dude.
No,
He's not. He can't operate a straw anymore.
Okay.
That's ensure that he's drinking.
Yeah. And yeah, as far as where we go into war, there's any number of places that could explode very, very quickly. Obviously, the first one is
Okay.
is Middle
We're
East.
not actually going to war. We're
No,
anticipating.
we're just sending a lot of ships and people and airplanes and stuff. But no, that's a rumor.
Who's
Crazy.
sending them? Who's sending them? I mean, who's the
We are.
I'm not.
Yeah, you did. You did too. You did it.
I
The
don't.
Secretary of Defense is in charge, right?
It was you paid for it.
Yeah, I know that's the dang truth. Well,
You paid for it. You did it.
was the Secretary of Defense? Is he back at work now, or what? Where's he at? He was gone. There
We
for a
don't
while.
know. He didn't tell us where he was.
We're the leading country in the world, man. We are rocking and
Sure.
rolling. I'm telling you, it's
Yeah,
just
we
looking
are.
better and better and better. But who is in charge, honestly? I mean, Obama, I mean, I'm with you on that. Do you think he's still? But, I mean, and I know a lot of this stuff, that comes to light. You talk about this, and they say what they want to, but there's a lot of people that's donating to the Democratic Party that loves war because they make a lot of money off of war.
Well, of course they do. Absolutely. Yeah. The military-industrial complex wants war. Wow, shocker. They're going to make a lot of money. Yeah. As far as who's actually in charge, I think it's probably a lot bigger than we actually want to think about.
Right.
If you look at how they've done some deep dives as a result of the 2020 debacle called an election, they've done some really deep dives into how all that fits. And if you want to, and you're open-minded, you can find absolutely, totally sourced, accurate realities concerning that. And when you do, you will find that the very same problems, the very same machines, the very same companies that caused all the confusion in this country are all over the world.
Well, you're right about that. Yep, I agree to that 100%. But now we've got, according to the stuff that's saying right now, actually Harris has got a slight lead over Trump. Do you think that? I mean, you don't know about these polls, and I don't think they really know how to follow all the stuff that's going on. Just like the Elon Musk interview, and then he had that other one with that other influencer that got I don't know how many million views on that. I don't know how if they know how to actually calculate that yet. Does that make sense? Like they're kind of like people that normally are not involved in this kind of stuff are getting involved. Do you think Kamala Harris actually has a lead over Trump right now?
It depends on who you ask and how you phrase the question. It's all manipulated, dude. It's all totally manipulated. There's very, very, very few polls that are actually accurate. It's all in how you phrase the question. It's the order you put the questions in. You can manipulate someone's overall opinion by the order you put the questions in.
Right.
It's bizarre,
Yeah.
but you can do it.
Well, they got that figured. What do you think, Pat? Do you think Kamala's ahead?
I don't think she's ahead, but I do have a problem with the number of people that watch the interview on social media.
Right.
Do not equate to the number of people that are going to vote.
Well, no, they don't. But out of 2 point whatever billion impressions, it's
a pretty significant number.
Yeah, I'm saying maybe 0.2% of those vote. That's it.
Yeah. Well, what I found really interesting was after the interview, the UAW filed labor charges against both Trump and Musk for something they said during the interview that was derogatory towards labor workers.
That's
what the heck?
Yeah, I didn't hear anything like that, but I know that particular union and many of them, the union itself is going to do that. The workers underneath that umbrella, they're not voting that direction. Go look at that footage from the New York construction site. That's a great union picture that happened there when Trump got out of that car and the place went crazy.
Mm-hmm.
They love that guy. They love him. And when
Yeah, I
he gets in
think
that voting
that's
booth,
one.
they're not a union member. They're an American.
That's one of the things that we're going to agree on. I think this is just the union leadership.
Yeah.
And the rank and file is gonna vote Trump.
Well, I think it terrifies them. I think it terrifies them that that Elon Musk and Trump were able to put this out, and it was unfiltered, and it didn't go through the media, like the media filter. And here's a good example of that. CBS News they put out, the no taxes on tips thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Trump was the original one to say that. Okay. They put out a story, and here's the headline. Former President Donald Trump's vow to stop taxing tips would cost the federal government up to $250 billion over 10 years, according to a nonpartisan watchdog group, right? That was their headline for when Donald Trump came out with that, right?
Right.
Kamala Harris came out with the same thing, copied him, okay, just a few days later. Vice President Kamala Harris is rolling out a new policy position saying she'll fight to end taxes on tips for service and hospitality workers. That's the difference in the way that the headline. And like you were saying, you could just influence people.
How did they get the emphasis in the headline, Peggy?
Because she's fighting for you. She's fighting
No.
for you. No.
I mean the tone, the drama.
If you want him to read it in a monotone, you know what? The truth is going to be the same, Pat. It's going to be the same. Granted, he's a good actor.
Because it's a negative. It's a negative connotation and a positive connotation.
Right.
That's why, Pat.
Yes.
I mean,
Well, they actually took a thing out where they're saying that Donald Trump was laughing about Hiroshima and the bomb in Hiroshima. And if y'all listen to that, he said nothing about that whatsoever.
No,
He's talking about how dangerous
that's
it's getting and how bad nuclear war is and how we don't need to get into that kind of stuff. And when he talked about Hiroshima, he said, they talked about how you couldn't be there for years and years and years. And we found out that weren't true. And that's pretty much about all he said about that. But coming from the media, he just made fun of Hiroshima and all that kind of stuff. I mean, that's where they're spinning all this. And on this thing that they're all mad about, it says Trump suggested that the strike workers should be fired, stating if workers go on strike, you should say, that's okay, you're all gone. And that's what they're all mad about. And
that's illegal.
What's illegal?
To fire striking workers.
Well, I'm just saying what he said. But
I know. But all I'm saying is I'm just saying what I said. That's illegal.
Right. But
so if somebody decides they don't want to work, you can't fire them.
You can't fire them because they're on strike. You can't fire them because they went.
But they're on strike. The very nature that they're on strike says they've decided not to work.
But now, can't they hire other workers to replace them while they're gone? I think they call them scabs. I think ain't it scabs?
Yeah, they can do that.
Well, why don't you just do that? Just let them tote their sign. Just hold on to that, dude. We got somebody else in here, so y'all have at it. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm kind of against a union at this point. I mean, I know back in the day when you had Henry Ford and he had bone crushers and all that kind of stuff, I can understand some of that. But he was really good to his employees because he actually paid them a lot more than what most people made. But I think the union's a little bit out of hand, and I think the problem with the union, the crooks, or the union's taken from the workers. That's where I think the problem is. I think the workers are getting took to the cleaners on this myself, but I don't know enough about it.
Aren't there certain reasons why you can strike and not strike, Pat? I mean, aren't there you can be fired. Yeah. They can fire you if the strike is justified, though, and there's certain situations
if the strike is illegal. If you walk off the job on an illegal strike, you can be fired. Yes.
For walking off the strike?
If you walk off the job before the strike is legal,
right,
you can be fired.
I don't know, man. They're making killer money. I mean, they're like $40 an hour to bolt a wheel on a Cadillac. That's pretty good money, you ask me. Probably more than that time you figure all the stuff wrapped up in one little.
Oh, good grief. Yes, a lot more. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't know. And I know that Pat Malone's going to be upset about this, but they says Trump is pushing to dismantle the education department.
Thank God.
That's the first department that ought to go.
I'm with
you. There you go.
Yeah.
Look at this. Look at this.
Stephen, I don't like this, man.
This is not a surprise. I've advocated getting rid of education for years.
Yeah, we don't need education.
It was stupid when what's his name?
Is it Rockefeller or whatever? Who was it?
No, Carter.
Oh.
Carter created the Department of Education during his first term.
Right. And
First and only term.
And he's hoping he can live long enough to vote for Kamala, where he'll be the third worst president in history, not the second. That's the only reason he's voting for her, I'm telling you. But, our education system, I was watching the thing the other night with that guy we talked about yesterday. Well, I can't know if y'all can remember his name or whatever. Who was it, Pat? I've been kind of following him, but he's talking about the education system, how a lot of the colleges have fell into this DEI stuff, and a lot of the what do they call the big colleges like that everybody goes to, a lot of folks are not hiring them because Ivy League colleges. There are a lot of folks that don't want to hire them because they're not trained. They're trained with the DEI nonsense, but they're actually not educated.
But I don't understand if you do away with that, then how are we going to turn our kids transgender?
Well, that's the thing.
That's true. That's just going to slow that down.
About this.
Yeah, we should regroup. Yeah. How are we going to get them to be? How are we going to get our whole population to be godless if we don't have the education system in place? I don't know.
Well, my grandmother was a visiting school teacher. She was a truant officer, they called it back in the day. And she said by the third grade, all kids should be able to read, writing, and arithmetic. That's what she said by the third grade. They need to be, and if you can do that, then you can teach them. If they can't read, write, or add and subtract, you can't teach them nothing. But now they're wanting to teach them, like you say, all this DEI nonsense has nothing to do with anything. If I go to a doctor, I want a doctor that has been trained to be a doctor. You know what I'm saying? Not my skin color or that nonsense,
Yeah. I can't remember the last time I went to a doctor, but I think I'd want one like that. Yes.
Yeah. I got one of them homegrown doctors. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
got a little moonshine on the shelf.
Take a little of this. Yeah.
You'll be fine. This is for the worms.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were talking about the whole polling thing a minute ago.
Yeah.
I forgot, dude, the answer to all of that. 82.7% of all statistics are made up at the moment.
Well, you're
on the spot. Right on the spot.
Hey,
right
Gary, we talked about the other day.
points.
Pat has been polled.
I don't find that hard to believe at all. Are you talking about asking him what he thinks?
Yeah, asking him what he thinks, Gary.
Okay. All right.
Pat, I didn't do that, man.
Must,
That was
it must be Wednesday.
Pat, he set me up.
I didn't.
Yeah,
man.
he teed it up and you hit it out of the park. I
That was
know.
low hanging, no peanuts there, but
Yeah.
No, we talked about that the other day, though. None of us had ever been asked our opinion in a poll, and who are these people? They keep asking. And Pat says, "Me, I." That's who they're polling.
Well, they screen for the people they want to poll. They want people who are well informed.
And they call you?
Well, they sure as hell don't call you.
Well, I know that's right, because I'm pretty well informed, man. I'm down here on the ground level.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
you're
saying?
pretty well informed.
Yeah, I know what it costs to fill my truck up.
Reason.
Yeah, I know what it costs to fill my truck up. 90% of these politicians we got ain't even put gas in their truck. Did you see Kamala Harris the other day? They had her out there charging a car, and that was a big deal.
Pumping it.
Stephen, it's more effective if you do what Gary did and put a decimal point, a number after it. 90.2%.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much.
I'm just telling you, she's sitting there
And
holding
if
the
you really
charger.
want to be impressive, go out a couple digits beyond the first one.
Yeah, that's good. Take it way out to the 1,000th at least.
Yeah.
Yes.
Give him one of those pie answers.
I've never been polled that I know of.
Thank God.
You normally remember it.
I would remember it, I think, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I haven't. No.
So there you go. All right, folks, we got to get to another break. We come back. I reckon we can talk about this. Donald Trump put a post out. Who else loves the idea of Elon Musk heading up a government efficiency committee to eliminate the trillions of dollars waste that we have in our bureaucracy? What's a big word I got out, didn't I? So,
this is really strong. Good move. Right to the hoop.
I got her.
I'm for it.
Ground leak detection and plumbing. We'll be right back. Y'all hang on. Go to Gary Chapman, singer-songwriter on Facebook. Give him a thumbs up. Give him a like. He'll be live tonight, and you get to watch some more stuff on that. We'll be right back.
You hear it, and you can't find it. No, not your phone. We're talking about the leak near your spigot or somewhere else in the yard. Meanwhile, your $50 water bill is now $500. Grayland Leak Detection will find the leak. Grayland has the specialized equipment to find it and make the necessary repairs at a fraction of the cost of replacing your whole water system. Call Eric locally at Grayland, 706-897-9110, 706-897-9110, and find that leak once and for all.
West Tubing Company is back and ready to kick off the season. Come to Brasstown Creek. Enjoy locally sourced food, our full bar, and shopping at the Outpost. We also offer camping and glamping, venue rentals for your special occasions, and live music from 6 to 9 on Saturdays. West Tubing Company, now ready for another great season. Come join us on Old Highway 64 in Warren, North Carolina, a short trip from anywhere in the mountains. As our slogan states, we are not your ordinary tubing company.
Rolling down the road with Jackie Jones Auto.
Goodbye, forklifts. Hello, Jeep Compass. The road reopening sale at Jackie Jones Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Hayesville means big savings for you. All new cars are marked at invoice or below. Come with good credit, bad credit, or you're just upside down in your car loan? Just give us a chance at Jackie Jones Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Hayesville and make this the summer. And now with brand new roads leading to us on Highway 69 across from the McDonald's.
So your vehicle is stuck in your garage because of a broken garage door or operator? Maybe you want to replace that ugly garage door. Or if you're building a new garage, then call Appalachian Garage Doors in Blairsville on the Murphy Highway. Owners, builders, and contractors. Go to agaragedoors.com to see what we're up to. Service after the sale, and the service is really fast. Find us on Facebook or the web, agaragedoors.com, or just search Appalachian Garage Doors and let's get started.
Are you suffering from macular degeneration, diabetes, cataracts? Dr. Dan Eichenbaum has the specialized testing equipment, knowledge, and experience to provide the standard of care treatment necessary to preserve and protect your precious eyesight. He's been the trusted name for eye care in Murphy and Blairsville for years. He's accepting new patients there and at a new location on Maddox Drive in Ellijay. Dr. Eichenbaum selects a unique treatment plan for each patient. He monitors disease status with testing and modifies treatment protocols as needed to ensure the best possible results. Call Dr. Dan Eichenbaum's office and say, I have macular degeneration, diabetes, or cataracts and want to be sure I'm getting the best possible treatment. Call and make an appointment when you call 828-837-3392 or 828-837-5404. We welcome new patients to all 3 locations if you're suffering from macular degeneration, diabetes, or cataracts. And if you're in Ellijay, find us next to the Trump store on Maddox Drive in Ellijay.
Wednesday morning is a good time to get to the bottom of why your water bill is so high. If it is, call Grayland Leak Detection at 706-897-9110. Get the water bill under control when you call Grayland Leak Detection and Plumbing Services.
All righty, we're back with you. We left you with the thought of Elon Musk heading up the Government Efficiency Committee to eliminate trillions of dollars waste in our bloated bureaucracy. He did pretty good with X, I thought. What do you think?
I think it'd be great, quite frankly. I mean, it probably should be more than the one person, but yeah, I think we need to have people with common sense making some big decisions in government.
Well, he
that doesn't currently really exist.
He cleaned up X in just a heartbeat, man. I mean, he fired people right and left.
Yeah,
and
seems to have worked out for him.
Yeah.
Yep.
What do you think, Pat? You still there?
X, yeah, I'm still here. X is still not making any money since he bought it.
Well, the government's not making money either, is it?
The government's not intended to make money.
Well, they sure are taking a whole lot of it. I can tell you that.
That's true. Redistributing wealth.
Is he technically the most wealthy man on earth or not, Pat?
I don't think he is anymore. I think that crazy Indian is now the wealthiest.
He goes back and forth.
Yeah, he's in the top 5, Gary.
No, he's in the top 2 depending on the stock price on any given day.
He's the richest taxpayer. There's a lot of people out there who are way richer than Elon Musk, but they just don't. We just don't know about them. Yeah. You know, these like sheiks and princes and Saudi princes and stuff. Yeah, they're.
He's the richest taxpayer. Good one.
I like that.
Good one.
That was actually a serious thing.
Was it? Oh, I'm sorry.
We wasn't laughing about that, Pat. I don't know. I'd like to see it.
Like that wasn't a joke.
Yeah.
Yes, I start thinking of statistics and that kind of thing, who's what and where they are and thing. It reminds me that, everybody has a photographic memory. Just some of us just don't have film.
I can't remember nothing. I can't. I do good to make it back home. I reckon a judge has fined this terrorist grandma on the Capitol January 6th thing, $103,000 for walking through the open door and praying inside the Capitol. $103,000. You can't do that, according to this.
Well, they're doing a lot of things to those people that you can't do. I was on, believe it or not, I was on another radio show on Monday. I cheated. And a fellow named Michael Patrick Leahy, you might have heard him. He's on War Room quite a bit.
Right.
He's the guy that's trying to hold the government's feet to the fire on releasing the manifesto of that trans killer with the Covenant shooting here in Nashville. Amazing guy. But before me, there was a Jan 6 guy that had just gotten out of federal prison, and they screwed up with that one. He's a lawyer. He's going to go to town on those people. Oh my gosh, they did everything wrong. They did it all wrong. It's for him and a whole bunch of others. You know, my buddy Coy Griffin, the Cowboys.
Oh yeah, I watched that thing.
He's really good. He's very good friends with Coy. So all those people are going to at some point find justice.
I think you're right.
They will. They will. It sucks that it takes so long to find in such a labyrinth of lies, but it'll come.
I think it's got a lot to do with the election too, because if Kamala gets in there, it's just going to be a mess. But we got Kamala in there. If I was a Democrat, I'd be a little upset because she's got no votes whatsoever, period, to be the president choice, does she? I mean,
well, it depends on what set of rules you want to follow. Nobody voted for her. No.
That's what I'm saying.
No, they did not.
And then she was going to get that one vice president guy, but she didn't want him because he was Jewish. So we can't have a Jew. Can't have a Jew on here.
No, not in Free Palestine. You can't do that. Good grief. No, I think it's going to get fun. I think it's going to get really interesting coming up here. I love the one rumor that I'm sure it's not true, but good grief, it's just funny to think about, that Joe is mounting an attack that he's gonna at the convention, he's gonna try to bring himself basically back to life. And I think that would be hilarious. If it descends into anarchy, it would be really funny. And I think that's probably going to happen either way. Well, they've got it planned out too much.
That's happened before in Chicago.
1968, yeah.
68 and Mayor Daley, yeah.
They've got a fabulous template for what's probably going to happen.
Yeah.
It's just mind-boggling to me. And then you got Kamala. When is she going to actually speak without a teleprompter? I mean, she's got this thing she come out with, the California sheriff, and had him in there in her campaign ad, and he comes out immediately and says, hey, I do not support her. She is the worst thing possible. I do not support her.
Yeah, she showed up for a photo op and totally twisted it.
Yeah.
Imagine that. No, they're going to do everything they can. They've got every major media outlet telling the lie with them. And now we get to see whether or not the people in this country have anything close to something resembling a brain, and whether or not we can tell that they're all collectively lying. We'll see. Well,
they've got her on the cover of Time magazine. How did she get to be Time magazine? I mean, what is
dude, they've got that kind of iconic looking picture, kind of like the Obama-esque kind of image.
Right.
And then at the bottom of the incredibly glowing article that they wrote about her, she refused to be interviewed for the article.
Yes, she did.
Hello. She got on the cover, refused to be interviewed for the article.
Well, they're scared.
It's just like that movie star. Who was it that said, I want to be left alone?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
The old-time movie star.
Well, the American people has got to hear what this girl's got to say. I mean, honestly, her vice president, he's an idiot. He keeps saying he was in Iraq and carried guns and all this nonsense, and there's like, that ain't true, that ain't true, that ain't true.
Yeah. Well, the problem is half of the people you know are below average.
That may not be true in Stephen's case.
I don't know, Pat. You're the one that says you ain't voting for Trump because he's evil.
No response. Did he say
No,
that?
He said that.
I didn't say that.
The less of two evils is what you said. So that would put him in the category.
No, I said he was. I did say he was the lesser of two evils.
All right, so that's.
And I said that I was tired of voting that way.
But one would have to be evil to be in that category, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Then you said it.
You said it.
I get it.
Yeah, you said it. I don't know. I like Cat Turd, man. He said, I'm having a hard time understanding how grown adults with an informed brain can honestly feel that voting for Kamala in November would provide positive outcome for our nation.
I think he just answered his own question, didn't he?
Wait a minute.
He did. Yeah.
Stephen, are you actually Cat Turd? I mean, that sounds like what you say.
That's what I'm saying. I'm with him. You know, birds of a feather flock together.
No,
That's why I mean
he had to think about that for a second.
You are
Am I
really
a cat turd?
You're behind it.
I don't tell nobody.
Yeah. Now I understand a lot of their positions.
So you think, I mean, honestly, who in the right mind? We have got this debate that's coming up, and with ABC, and I know that the ABC is a huge friends with Kamala. The main guy involved with ABC News is a huge contributor to Kamala Harris, a longtime life friends. I mean, this is just, and I don't think anything they do is going to help her if they take the teleprompt thing away and let her speak, because I think she's the same as Biden. I don't think she can carry on a conversation. Do you not think?
Well, the debate,
and that should be a good thing. You should be looking with anticipation, good anticipation about the debate.
Yeah.
Because if what you say is true, it's going to be worse than Joe's.
Yeah,
and if that is the case,
I don't know if you can get worse than Joe's. I don't know if you can do that.
You'll be close.
It's be lofty goal.
There'll be a lot of cackling.
Well, that's the thing. You know, they turned the mic off. That helped Trump when they turned the mic off for both of them, because people could actually see that Joe couldn't put two sentences
together. But they saved Joe, though. I mean, they're going to try to save her too. They're going to give her the questions. And remember, they saved Joe because like Joe was out there like way out in left field. He was just floating away, man. And they like stepped in there like, hey, Joe, they're like, come on, man, like.
Pointed where he needed to talk.
If they had just left him alone and let him have his 60 seconds, there could have been like 60 seconds of dead air, dude. Like he might have just not said anything.
Yeah, just breathing, barely. Yeah.
You know, it's just...
Well, we'll see. We'll see. It's going to be interesting. I think the thing that could really sway in her direction is if Trump follows his gut instincts and there's her a new one. Because all the information is there. If he goes gentle, she loses.
Well, he needs to stay on topic. I think
she will lose it.
I think on the Elon Musk interview, they stayed on what's going on in the world today and where we're at.
No, they didn't. Yes. He did the rearview mirror stuff.
What do you say?
Not a lot. He did because it's instinctive and he wants everybody to know his positions and he doesn't want everybody to forget everything good that he did. I get that.
Wait, what's rearview mirror?
Over the course of that whole thing, man, they went a bunch of places, free form, and it was good.
Yes.
Did you listen to it?
That was good. I'll admit that was good.
What's rearview mirror stuff?
When he stays on script and goes forward and talks about his policies and what he's going to do and backs them up with what he did in 2016, he's on fire.
Yeah, but see, the point is there was no script. That was a free-form conversation between two very intelligent people.
Right.
That's what made it entertaining. It was a conversation. It was not an interview.
It wasn't an interview. You're right. It was a conversation.
From two of the smartest men that we got out there in the political realm today, most powerful, I would say, too, honestly, that you're not going to vote for because you're smarter than they are. You think Trump's evil.
I thought
and Elon's an idiot.
interesting what Elon said, though. He's like, why do these people, they paint me to be some, like, right-wing fanatic? He's like, I voted for Obama. I donated to Obama. I waited 6 hours to shake Obama's hand. I build electric cars. You know, he's like, I'm not a right-wing. He's not. You know what I mean? He's like, I'm not a right-winger. He's like, but Trump has to win this because these people are insane.
That's what he's saying.
Yeah.
And I think he's right.
Yeah.
We got comments up there, Puddin'. I mean, I see that thing lighting up right and left.
We do. Reverend Robert Perismoni says Trump's going to have a mental breakdown and pull out any day now.
That's coming from a reverend?
Okay.
A reverend?
Kind of like Sharpton.
Oh, Al Sharpton.
He got
Is that Harry? Is that you, Harry?
Let's not make fun of the Reverend.
Al Sharpton, man, he's still at it, ain't he? Golly.
But see, that's what fake news. That's what the news does to these people, though. Like they really think this stuff.
I don't think Trump is.
He's
dumb at all.
No, that's crazy. That's awesome, though. I would love to visit the Reverend's church and find out where he's pastoring. I'd love to stop by and sing a couple songs and encourage his people.
There you go. You got anything else other than good morning there, Puddin'?
BP Pyro Mountain Live says, good morning. Let's stop the division and attacking of each other's political sides by picking the one we don't like and come together with the one who will unite the country once again. Kennedy.
Yeah.
Oh, man. You vote for Kennedy, you're voting for Kamala. Just going to say that, BP Pyromania,
You
whatever.
vote for Kennedy, you're voting for late-term abortion.
Somebody is not doing a good job of screening the posters.
Come on, man. We
You
better
need
be
to
careful.
fair Puddin'. He's not deleting the post that you tell him to delete.
He might be, with his screen name, we
Hey,
might
Puddin'.
get blowed up.
Yeah. Hey, is that a union position Puddin' is occupying over there? Can you fire him?
Yeah, we fire anybody. Well, we just had another one come through. They invited him to church yet? Oh, it's got big words in it. I'm sorry.
No, it's...
We can't read that one. Just say we can't read that one.
Can't read most of them.
No, that was illegible. Yeah, this dude can't write. The printing is weird.
Yeah, we can't. So anyway, we got
He picked a confusing font.
We got to get to. What are you doing, Packy?
What does that one say there? Good morning, fellas. Harris what?
Harris Waltz. Well, I'll sleep better at night with them in office.
With Harris and Waltz in office?
Who's that? Who's that saying that?
Marcia Sabatula.
Saboteur.
Marcia.
She'll sleep better. You're out in the street somewhere, cuddle up on
We got another one. What does that say? I watched
Communism.
the band talk.
Communism. Everybody sleeps better.
Yeah.
Let's see. Reverend Robert Paris. I'm saying his last name wrong. I've watched the man talk.
Is he back?
He's
Yeah.
back. He says, I've watched the man talk.
Oh, good.
Hasn't mentioned a single policy in his whole campaign.
Okay. All right.
Wow.
Where?
Maybe you ought to quit watching him talk and listen to him. You're trying to read lips, dude. If you use your ears instead of your eyes, you'll hear more. I've noticed.
I'm a Republican, but I wouldn't be caught dead voting for the fake Christian.
Who's that? Who's the fake
And
Christian?
who are you
That's the Reverend.
to judge another man as to whether or not they're Christian? Who are you, brother? Who are you? Matthew 7, read it and then get back to me.
I mean,
You can't judge his Christianity.
I would say, Gary, I kind of disagree with you because if you're voting for late-term abortion, then I would say I can pretty much say you're not a Christian, despite what you may call yourself. But
You can call them out on that particular sin, but you cannot judge their soul.
Well, you're
Spell
right.
the Reverend's last name for me, will you?
Yeah, I'm going to have to look him up,
Is
too.
it Bier something?
It's Parsimony.
Okay, it's not the Reverend I was thinking of. Okay, never mind.
So he being a reverend.
Parsimony, really? Oh, he's made that up. That's not even a name.
He's not even. He's definitely not a Baptist.
You know what? You know what that word means? That means unusual or excessive frugality, extreme economy, or stinginess.
and you didn't Google
It's not
that, did
even
you?
a name.
You knew that right there, man.
No, of course not.
You had one of them
I
word
just-
of the
I
day
just had a
calendars
good-
growing up. You just
I am a word of the day calendar. What are you
Now you're talking. I still want to know where this
It ain't
guy's
a
church is
hobby.
at. Yeah, I want to know where this guy's church is at. We got to go check that out. We got to get to a break. We're going to run out of time. Let's take a quick break and go check out Gary Chapman, singer-songwriter, who'll be on live tonight. And we'll be right back.
You hear it and you can't find it. No, not your phone. We're talking about the leak near your spigot or somewhere else in the yard. Meanwhile, your $50 water bill is now $500. Grayland Leak Detection will find the leak. Grayland has the specialized equipment to find it and make the necessary repairs at a fraction of the cost of replacing your whole water system. Call Eric locally at Grayland, 706-897-9110, 706-897-9110, and find that leak once and for all.
Our mountain roads are busier than ever, which has led to more accidents. Unfortunately, insurance companies are not in the business of being fair. They're in the business of making money. I'm Daniel Duello, and I know because I used to train insurance adjusters on exactly how to do this. Now the Duello Law Firm in North Georgia works to ensure that you're treated fairly. For a free consultation, find us at duellolaw.com. That's DUELLO law.com.
It's been called the finest gun range for miles around. So if you haven't been to the new Union County Gun Range, then you need to see for yourself. The state-of-the-art facility on Highway 180 in Blairsville is a shooter's paradise. Buy an annual pass or come just for the day. Open at 10 a.m. Tuesday through Saturday and 1 p.m. Sunday. Bring your family. Kids under 18 need to bring an adult. The Union County Gun Range, another great attraction provided by your Union County government.
Join us for live music under the Oaks at the Oaks Lakeside Kitchen on Lake Chatoog. Enjoy local artists from 7 to 9 p.m. every Tuesday with delicious food and lakeside views. Relax on the lawn with blankets and chairs or dine on our patio. Don't miss our special wine and charcuterie board. Plus, indulge in dishes like espresso rub ribeye and desserts like chocolate mousse. Call 706-896-4141 to reserve your table today.
For 38 years, Logan Turnpike Mill in Blairsville has been crafting delicious stone ground mixes and flours, all hand packaged with care. It's no wonder why people across all 50 states, including past U.S. presidents, continue to choose our flours, pancake mixes, fry mixes, cornbread mixes, grits, and porridges. Our locally grown, stone ground, bleach-free products offer unbeatable taste and nutrition. Logan Turnpike Mill, next to the Hole in the Wall in Blairsville, and at LoganTurnpikeMill.com. Discover our mixes, jellies, local sorghum and honey, and more today.
Your feel better starts here.
Your feel better starts with Healthy Smiles by Dr. B in Hayesville. Are you afraid or embarrassed to smile because of decayed or discolored teeth? Dr. B uses the latest white fillings, all porcelain crowns, and laser teeth whitening. Visit HealthySmilesByDRB.com and get the beautiful smile you've always wanted, so you can start feeling better about yourself. Call 828-389-7305 to make an appointment.
I just heard the screams down at your mailbox, and I know why. Your water bill is 8 times what it was last month. I bet it's a leak. Call Grayland Leak Detection at 706-897-9110. Get the water bill under control when you call Grayland Leak Detection and Plumbing Services.
All righty, we're back with you. I want to thank S&S Smoothies and the Tin Roof for bringing you this part of the show. Across my teletype machine, it says, so we'll vote for the devil because the Christian has a flaws. The Christian has a few flaws. I don't know anyone who doesn't have flaws. So there you go. Vote for the devil.
We got some more comments up there already. Kennedy for president. He has the best policies for our country.
Kennedy ain't got a snowball chance, and you know we're getting in to be president. So if you vote for Kennedy, they ain't even gonna let him in New York, are they? Ain't they taking him off the ballot or something in New York?
Yeah, he's not on. He's not. They didn't let him on, which is wrong. It is. But no, I think before the dust settles on this, I think Trump may offer him a position that will cause him to throw his support that direction, because he knows he's not actually going to get elected. He's not an idiot, and he knows that he does have some good ideas in some areas. He does.
Right.
He does. But if you isolate him to those areas and give him a gig, he'll take it.
I think you're right about that too. And I mean, he's likable. There's no doubt.
Listen, I'm a hater of the two-party system just as much as the next guy. I hate that, but this is not the time. You know, I mean, this is this is not the time to waste your vote on Kennedy right now. And I'm all for hey, it's not a waste of vote. I get it, but this is not the time.
Well, Kamala,
this is not an H. Ross Perot moment.
Right.
She's riding this big wave right now, and I don't know how long it's going to last. I know how long it's going to last till she actually comes out and starts communicating with her brain and not with somebody else telling her what to say. That's when it'll start. Everybody say, wait a minute. This is the gal we're going to put in charge. And then Tim Walz, he is a communist if there ever was one, I think. I mean, golly, come on.
Well, man, you know, the one thing that's going to, I think, eventually take him down is the stolen valor piece, because he has straight up lied many times about his military service or the lack thereof. And that's one thing Americans will not tolerate. Ask John Kerry about that.
Right. And he's making fun of J.D. Vance. I mean, come on. I mean, the guy scratched his way up. I mean,
well, that's going to be a fun debate right there.
Right.
That's going to be a good debate. J.D. Vance is going to. He's just that guy's just too smart, too together, too complete. He's gonna hurt him.
He seems really smart. He really does.
But he's weird.
He is.
Yeah, weird.
He is weird.
That's where the Democrats, man, they unite. They send everybody out the word of the day. It's like, this is the word of the day, weird, or and they all hit it all at one time.
Yeah, I know, but men, do they not understand that we know what they're doing? When all the media starts saying the same thing at the same time, it's a lie.
Yeah, but
it's a lie.
They're
stinking time.
They're talking to people like Pat Malone. That's what they're doing. They're talking to people like Pat Malone that will vote for Kennedy instead of Kamala. They're not targeting people with brains. Do you not think?
Maybe we should have some sort of an IQ test before you get to vote. Maybe so.
Have you decided who you're going to vote for, Pat, yet? Or are you just not going to vote? You're just going to leave it blank?
He's not going to tell. He can't tell.
I don't have a brain. I can't talk.
Yeah, there you go.
F8. Mark that. That's a clip.
Yeah. That may never die.
Yeah, that was staying with us for a while.
Like, that's the space bar key, man.
Ain't there, if I only had a brain. Ain't there a song, If I Only Had a Brain?
Please send that to me. That is my new ringer.
We're gonna remix that, man. We're gonna make a rap out of that.
Oh Lord, Gary,
Pat,
we on tonight live,
Pat,
brother?
Oh yeah, we're going to be hitting it like we do. 8 o'clock my time, 9 o'clock your Eastern time, and we'll be hitting it. We bring joy and laughter to an otherwise dismal picture of humanity.
There you go.
Because it's so easy to get lost in all the negative crap and not remember. Just pause for a minute, an hour, and remember who you are, what you are, and who loves you, and who's got your best interest at heart, and who does not.
You the man, Gary.
Right on time, baby.
It's an easy answer.
See you tonight, brother. 9 o'clock our time. Bye. Gary Chapman, singer, songwriter on Facebook. Go check it out.
Well, look-a here. Guess who's number